Good morning, everybody. Today is June the 29th. I made a film yesterday in the afternoon doing sun pinching, and I was discussing how the ions of the sun, when you're pinching the sun, they come directly into your tan jian, or dan qian, I should say, and that is your solar plexus area, just probably just above the belly button in women, I think. I'm not sure where it is in men. But this area of the solar plexus and the belly button region is like a circle. And, well, it is a circle. The belly button is a circle, as you know, that was attached to the original circle of the mother cell soul when we were sort of very young fetuses, or zygotes even, when we first did the first split of the ovum. So I had that theory that you can charge up the sun by manipulating it through sun pinching, and that has a direct effect on your energy, your ionic energy in regards to the magnetics, whether it's positive or negative in your body. You know, when you're tired and you've had enough iron and you've had your vitamins, you've eaten well, you've had enough sleep, but you're still tired, you don't have much stress, so you have to realize maybe it's the ions. They're either, well, you know that negative ions are good for you. So what you can do is intent that when you're doing the sun pinching. That's why I mean it's for health. People didn't understand that. What do you mean sun pinching for health? Well, that's exactly, so it's like a third eye. So the sun energy comes in and out of our third eye. It's sort of like a circle root, a circle cycle. The chakra system energies are ancient energies within our bodies that are as old as the universe. So everything that we are now, we can't destroy or remake. It's just something within the great singularity that never is changed. This is really a cool thinking idea. Now, getting on to the idea of what makes a boy and what makes a girl. Upon conception, this was my theory a long time ago, because I found this to be true, that the moment you are conceived determines your negative or positive ion, which again is the negative or positive ion effect of the male or female coupling concept. Because at a certain time of hour, a certain time, it could be also environmental, but I'm going to just say if it's just the sun ions that are affecting the sex of the fetus at the time of conception, it has to do with the energies that are strongest at that moment, and we're trying to gauge those right now with the ions. That's what Solaronics is doing, a lot of sub-categories of interest. So it's spreading quite wide regarding the solar energies and the new theory that I presented in Solaronics regarding the sun as the great singularity and the duality that split from that great singularity. Now, also, I found when I was pregnant that I craved sugar for a girl, or chocolate, and salt for a boy. That could be the ion mechanism of the sun as well, if we're looking at what's above, so below. So we're looking into that as well, that concept. We're finding more information about how we are directly affected by the sun, the electromagnetics, and everything else. Yesterday I made a tape, but it disappeared. I don't know where it went. Into the ether, I suppose, but it was red. I guess I didn't have enough minutes on my phone, or not minutes charge on my phone, so if it doesn't charge high enough, it can't make a movie. Then I don't know why it was saying I was making a movie with the red screen, but I don't know. Yeah, I got to go to the dentist today, so I'm kind of nervous. And, excuse me, I have to do some deep breathing of some negative ions from the beach. And that's where a lot of the negative ions happen, at the beach. You can get a negative ionizer. They're expensive, and they keep going ping, 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 ping. You can hear that. I don't know if they're actually working, but they do produce a calm. That's why the beach is so calming. It's not just the sound of the waves. It's what the energies are producing with the waves and with the negative ions. Look into the research of negative ion therapy, and you'll be able to understand oxygen's being so very important, carrying that energy with it. It's the oxygen energy of the water, where it comes from, and the sun basically produced that, believe it or not, through the split. So we can tell what planets were caused from the split and which planets were already here. Kind of new information. We're working on it. It's just concept stage right now. Oh, you can see the where the island used to be is now waves, sandbar. And there, over there is Christian Island, looking like the sleeping princess or the chief sleeping on its back. Really enjoy. It's a really happy Canada Day coming up this weekend, everyone. Flag is flying. The winds are coming from the west-northwest. This is looking west. And let's go over here, Zoe, and show you the escarpment. It's going to be windy here. Come on, Zoe. Breathe in that good ass prana, baby. Yeah, that is fantastic. Now, the escarpment is a little bit interesting in that half of the escarpment looks like it's not even caught up with the bottom half with as far as growth ratio is concerned. There must have been a cold up there. Right there, it's sort of a yellowy green versus a dark green at the bottom. It wasn't always like that. I've been here for years and I haven't noticed that before. It's on other parts of the escarpment as well. So, as we had varying microclimate here in various regions. It's water here, eh, so? Anyway, let's go back. Beautiful day today. The sun is shining. Not as bright as it was 2 days ago when I had a migraine from the EM that was so intense. You should have seen the arrays coming off the sun at that time. They were huge. Go check me out at Jane Jones Google Plus and look under Solaronics for the pictures of the sun 2 days ago. You'd be amazed at how much the change is in the varying excuse me, well, I think I just ate a bug. The varying levels of solar activity coming from, well, I'm also working on the hypotheses of the coffee jar. The other day I opened up a coffee jar and it had on it a silver, or I should say a gold metallic lid, you know, safety lid, fresh lid, you know, and you had to puncture it in order to open it. Well, that could be like the sun, because if you looked at the rim of the coffee metallic sealed jar, you could see that it looked exactly like the sun's coronal, turquoise coronal ring. I'm not saying that right. Turquoise coronal ring. And at that point I thought, oh, that's really interesting, isn't it? Here we have a coffee jar modeling for me. I said, that looks like the sun. And then I thought I'd take a picture of it and show you, and I did on Solaronics again. Jane Jones, Google Plus. Oh, look at the beautiful sunflowers. Anyway, what we want to do is continue our studies with Solaronics. I need some GoFundMe or something in order to continue in some of the aspects that I want to do. I have some major projects that I think would really help us understand. And I already put them out there. I mean, it's not like the Disclosure Project or anything like that. Sounds like a diamond. It's shining so much. Anyway, what we have to do today is figure out the dynamics of the sun, because that's everything to us. Maybe the ancients knew something and got the heck out of here. You know, the big cone heads that were here in the Paracas and all over the world, the giants. Well, they didn't look like they were that stupid when they built those buildings. Melted stone, lifted rocks, you know, what were they doing? They were alien. They don't have human blood, so maybe they were alien. There's a tiger lily in there. I love tiger lilies. I always have. I remember them from Wasaga Beach in the 60s, growing everywhere in great plenitude, everywhere. Just naturally occurring beauty. That's what we need. And that's what we're supposed to have. Just respect the nature as it is and don't mess with it. We haven't learned that lesson. But if we do have to mess with the nature, it's because of our survival, right? Hello? In that case, maybe it's okay. It's a last death.
Clouds in the sky.
Not a cloud, not a one. Hearing some odd fowl birds, some ducks or something going. Some the birds making noise. Yeah, it could be. Animals do forecast a lot. Their actions, because they do have, like, we now have a sixth sense. EM sixth sense, electromagnetic sixth sense. But so much of a sixth sense when you're bombarded with radiation and you react to it. Like from the sun the other day and I got a migraine. That's not much of a sixth sense. I had a headache the other day from the sun being so intense, white, bright, and huge rays. And I thought, oh my gosh, I have a sixth sense, EM sixth sense. But there's more to it than that. People feel things, and it's ridiculous to think that that's a sixth sense.
It's sort of like very high exposure.
Like our balance sense or whatever, you know. I've had problems with my inner ear infection, and I was having the spins so bad. That was years ago, but again, it was pollution, I believe, that was causing that. Got out of the area. My earwax came back and I felt better, you know. It was amazing. It was just all acid levels that were affecting me, and everybody was just crazy up there, and everyone wondered, why is everybody so crazy? Well, yeah, they're being poisoned. Yeah, they don't want to tell you that. But environmental issues are very severe at times. And you go to the doctor, they just say, oh, I'll give you antibiotic and you're on your way, and they don't explain the situation as to what's causing it, because they're getting kickback. That pisses me off. Where are the environmentalists? You know, they're all either being coerced, threatened, or whatever by some Mr. Big Evil. Who knows? Is this what happened in globalization? That's why people are so, I got to get out of this contagion. That's the New World Order. 1% owning Britain, owning Europe. Everyone wants to get off that crappy train that's going into the ditch.
9:35.
Anyway, we're at the curve. And I mean, if globalization worked, they would have had jobs for people. They would have had everything working out. But it looks like, oh, come on, you know what you're doing social-politically by putting in millions of people, refugees. You're causing an imbalance in the infrastructure. Everyone knows that it was a plan. Everyone. We're not stupid. They're planning on our stupidity to succeed. And they've dumbed us down so much we don't even know what's coming or going. They don't tell you the truth. No one tells the truth. Not one person. That's the reality. We need to know the truth more than anything else. This is imperative. Absolutely imperative that we know the truth. Because the truth will set you free. Amen and amen. I'm going now, everyone. Have a good day. Don't work too hard. It's hump week, hump day, middle of the week. Relax. Enjoy. Me too.